So the last Animal Crossing video I made on this channel was Animal Crossing Makes Me Rage. And so therefore that video seemed to imply to many of you that I disliked this game. In fact, it is quite the opposite. I adore this game and have put many hours into it since launch, so much so that I now have a 5-star island. The first member of my friend group to do so. I actually got it a few weeks ago. I have gotten several of the Lily of the Valley plants. That's actually how I learned I had it, was this plant showed up and I asked people, what the hell is this? And they told me, that means you have a 5-star island, so go me. But in this video, I'm going to be, is that a banded dragonfly? Oh man, we gotta catch that, hold on. Brother, come back. Got him. I did it! Okay, I've caught one of these before. Anyways, back to where I was. Today will be an island tour of my island, Naval Rock. If you don't know why it's called that, watch my previous Animal Crossing video. But we'll start here at the airport. It's yellow, which is great because blue and yellow are my theme colors. And that's my shiny hail form, cast form flag. Can I get a hail yeah? I actually made that design myself. I'm very pleased with myself for doing so. Now, before I dive too much into the tour, I know a question that is likely on many of your minds is how much time traveling I have done. And the answer is some, but not a whole lot. So I have played this game at least once every day since launch. So that I'm recording this on May 8th, and Google tells me that is 49 days since launch. So if we go to my Nook Miles and go to Active Island Resident, which should be all the way at the bottom, it says I have been here 68 days, which means a total number of time travel days of 19. The time traveling that I did was a few days at the very beginning, right after launch, because I was playing the game for hours on end and wanted more things to do. And then the next, I didn't time travel for a while, and then there was another big chunk of time traveling that I did when I was moving all of my villagers' houses. And as many of you know, you can only move one per day, and that was very slow, and I didn't like that. When I was doing that, I wasn't really doing any of the daily tasks. I pretty much would open the game, pay for the relocation kit, place the relocation kit, and then save and quit. And then I would do that the next day, and I did that 10, 11, 12 days in a row to get all of the houses moved. Because there was 1 or 2 houses I had to move out of the way to some random location and then move back. So that is the bulk of the time travel days. Was just for home relocation purposes. Most of this game I've been playing legitimately. This is my island map. I'll show you all of the pieces of it as we go along, but my villagers are Monty, the cranky monkey, Judy, the snooty cub, Canberra, one of my starting 2, who is a sisterly koala, Goose, my other starting member, he's my favorite, Goose the chicken. He's a jock, Kit, the normal kangaroo, Bam, the jock deer, Alfonso, the lazy alligator, Apple, the peppy hamster, Phil, the smug ostrich, but he is based on a pheasant, and Nana, the normal monkey. For a little while I had Beardo, or Beardo, I don't know, I don't care. He was terrible, he was ugly, he was also very mean, and it was a joyous day when I finally got rid of him and found Phil as my replacement smug villager, because Phil is awesome. He's very nice. My island is divided into basically 3 segments, and I have names for them. The bottom right segment is the home segment, because that's where the airport and the plaza is. And it was the only segment I had access to when I started the game. The middle and top segment is called the Manhattan segment because the part down in the middle kind of reminds me of the island of Manhattan. And while it's technically connected to the western segment, as I call it, it's not actually connected by foot. The part where they're connected up there is a cliff, and the cliff has fencing pretty much along all of it. Maybe there's like one little square you could use a ladder, but I never really traverse between the two over there. So we'll start with a tour of the the home segment, because that's where we are. This is Nana's house. As you can see, I've given her and all of my other villagers front yards. It took me a while to do all of the math, figuring out like how much spaces do I give them, what furniture and stuff can fit, and so forth. But, oh, pardon me, Apple. These are the various villagers. This is clearly Goose's house. It's a jock house. The beach does not have anything of particular interest other than coconut trees and, yeah, that's honestly really all that's there on this portion of the beach. Over here is, just Nana's house. A little bit of windflowers. I have an excess of windflowers. And here's a little pizza restaurant that I made. It's an outdoor pizza restaurant. I want to have more frying pans with pizza in them to put on these tables, but I don't have the recipe for it yet. That was a gift from Jubilee that I customized. I can't put more until I get the recipe for a frying pan, so I hope that shows up soon. It's so dumb. I've gotten so many repeat recipes in a row, I can't get the freaking frying pan recipe. Oh, before I move away completely from this pizza restaurant, that pizza design I made myself. I'm very proud of myself. It was just several circles, actually. These are my Lily of the Valley plants. I showed these a bit earlier. I think I have one more that showed up this morning that I need to go fetch. But I'll show you these villagers' front yards. I want to put something else in Canberra's front yard, but I'm not sure what. That's Monty's, that's Alfonso's, and that's Phil's. They all have, what inspired giving them all front yards with fencing was Isabel kept telling me to get my score up, you know, put more fencing. So I was like, okay, I'll give them all front yards with a unique fencing for each of them. They also all have trash cans because we're responsible. We don't litter here. Here's some windflowers decorating. Beaches over here, again, not much of particular interest other than this random tourist telescope. I hear, there we go. Come to Papa. Where are you? There you are. Booyah. A dolly. Is it like a moving dolly or is it like a toy dolly? Ah, well, this is new. I've never gotten this item before because I've never chosen to spend money on something like it. So here is Bam's house, the 10th villager's house, and then next to it is the continuation of the main road. The main road is this gray road that extends from the... Oh no! Nana? Nana, what are you doing? Oh. Okay, cool. Alright, I bought a dress shirt. Thank God she wasn't trying to move away. Bam tried to move away yesterday and I told him no. But anyways, this is the main walk up to the plaza. As you can see, I've got little parks here. I love the hedges. My island's aesthetics dramatically improved once hedges were added in the Nature Day update. Here is the Boardwalk Beach Shopping District. Here's, of course, Nook's Cranny. I've added sand along here. It leads to a little fishing beach. I had a ton of fun with the fishing tournament. Oh my god, that was a very fun day. A lighthouse right here, aptly colored yellow, on theme. Here's the tailors, and then here's a little outdoor drink stand. You got a coconut juice stand and a coffee stand with tables that, of course, correspond. Here, of course, is the plaza. There's Leaf. I haven't bought anything from him today, but I probably will once I'm done recording. And then one thing I'm very proud of is the museum entrance. I got all kinds of repeat fossils. I think these just look super cool with the flowers and the hedges and the fountain. And there's Phil. We're talking to Phil. I love Phil. Hey, buddy. What's the good word? I love that phrase. Heck yeah, you are, Phil. I appreciate you. But yeah, I got this full Brachiosaurus. Let's go inside the museum. So I want to show off my various collections here in the museum. First is the fossil room, and I have 100% completed all of the fossils. To be fair, I did not do this alone. Jubilee and I teamed up to do this. If one of us got a repeat fossil that the other one didn't have, we would send it to the others, the other person. So I have all of the fossils, but many of these were donated by Jubilee, and of course vice versa. There were several that I gave her. So this is all complete. And then of course we've got the more Ice Age type room in here. With the mammoth, the saber-tooth, the megacerops, and the demonic deer thing. And one thing, I don't know if you guys know this, probably some of you do, but one thing I think is fun is if you stand here, it's like, it turns a light on because you fill the evolutionary explanation gap, which I quite like. Now we are in the fish room. This first room is my most impressive room of the fish. I, as of recording this video, have gotten every fish that's been available since launch. So everything that was available in March, April, and May, except the giant trevally. Not really sure how to say that. It's a big pier fish. I've tossed a lot of bait off of there and it hasn't shown up for me yet. So hopefully I get that soon, but that is the only fish I am missing. So I've got all these tiny ones in here, which look really good. The sturgeon, the stringfish, golden trout filled that. Whatever goes in here is not currently available yet, so I don't really know about that. There's Alfonso appreciating the fish. Here's the deeper ocean room. We've got the marlin, mahi-mahi, tuna, anchovies running around in there. And then, is that a horse mackerel? If it is, I don't care. Horse mackerels suck. And over here we've got the deep sea part. Coelacanth. Not coelacanth, we're coelacanth. Or fish, football fish, barrel eye, looking pretty cool. And then of course in here we've got the sea butterflies. We've got the coral reef part, which is half filled. I'm looking forward to seeing what ends up going on this other side. And then this shallower ocean tank has got a lot of fun stuff swimming around it. Quite like how this looks. I love the museum in this game. It's absolutely gorgeous. Then we'll swing by the art wing, which doesn't have much in it, obviously, because you can't get several a day. You only can get new art when Red shows up, and this has only been around for about 2 weeks. My 3 art pieces are the Rosetta Stone, the Flowers by Van Gogh. Pretty sure it's Van Gogh. I'm not very cultured with art. And the Great Wave. So that's all I have in here. And then we'll go into the bug room. I'm not going to point out specific bugs because they all kind of run around a lot. But I will say my situation with bugs is very actually similar to my situation with the fish. I have every single one that's been available since launch except one, and that is the ant. I left out rotten turnips a while ago, and I only got flies, and so I gave up and picked the turnips up. I currently have turnips in my house that I am waiting for them to spoil so I can ant hunt starting in the next couple days, actually. But yeah, I have all of them but the ant. There's, of course, the hermit crab, wharf roach, scorpion eye back in there, tarantulas. Ugh, I don't understand why, but for some reason the tarantulas upset me and creep me out a lot more. The tarantulas creep me out and upset me more than the scorpions do. Don't fully understand why. The scorpions just like, and they don't feel as creepy crawly as the tarantulas do. Maybe it's the hair, I don't know. Man, I love the butterfly room though. This is beautiful. So that wraps up the museum, and now we can move on to the other island segments. We'll start with the Manhattan segment. I will warn you ahead of time, the other segments are not nearly as decorated and as impressive as the home segment. But, I mean, it's nice to have some that are more nature set up. Here's my double wall of double waterfalls. That's a money tree that's growing. Up here, there's just this pool bed. A villager gave it to me and I just kind of put it there. Here are my windmills. I had these up on the top cliffs for a while, but then I noticed that their bases match the rock pretty closely, and I thought it looked nice to put them on rock. And I quite like them there. It's fun seeing them like in the background and stuff like that. This cliff that we're about to go up, the river used to be in the dead center of it, which I did not like because it was ruining the space usage, because it turned it into just like 2 skinny strips of space on either side. So I terraformed and I basically just moved it over here. So I still have clifftop fishing. Here are my black roses and singular gold rose. I do have the golden watering can. This is, you get it once you get 5 stars. And my other golden tool is the golden slingshot. There we go. Okay. I found it, yeah, golden slingshot. Haven't used it at all because I haven't broken this outdoor slingshot yet. Here is my little space for trying to get blue roses, one of the spaces. Apparently for blue roses, you put orange and purple together and they can create hybrid red. And then hybrid red and hybrid red makes blue, can make blue. I haven't gotten one yet, I'm trying. Up here is my house. My idea was that this whole upper cliff area is my estate because I've done all the work here. I should get the nicest property. I've just got a little thing over here. I made this little clifftop resort around the lake. Got some beach chairs, some palm trees, my pool, my other pool beds, bonfire. I think this looks pretty nice. And like this is what I was talking about the windmills. I think they look quite nice when looking off this cliff. And then if we head over to the other side, a little dining area, barbecue, little pond, and then once Red was added to the game, I added these ledges so that it was an easy trip down to the beach to purchase art from him. So when I start the game in the morning, I walk out my front door of the house and walk over here, see if he's down there, and if he's not, I move on. This is my Zen garden, my long skinny Zen garden. I'm quite pleased with it. I've got a lot of nice Zen garden furniture. One thing that I've seen a lot of people do that I have not done is custom designs for like little sparkles on the ground. I haven't done any of that. I've done no custom design pathing and stuff like that. I've just been using the normal stuff. I got some bamboo. These flowers here are just because I had nowhere else to put them, to be honest. We'll see where they end up. Yeah, these are various money trees that are growing. Before we go away from my house, I should show you the interior of my house. So this first room is intended to be my Scrooge McDuck office. Me and Jubilee have been watching a lot of DuckTales lately, the newer one. It is a fantastic show, and it's supposed to be a nice fancy office with heirlooms from my various adventures. Here is my briefcase, as you can see. Nice tasteful globe, my Happy Home Academy gold plaque. I haven't gotten the trophy yet, we'll work on it. My diploma, this is a rocket ship from the time I went into space. This is my pet Barrel-Eye, who saved me during an expedition down the Marianas Trench. This is the literal South Pole, which I had to excavate from the South Pole because it was causing serious magnetic field fluctuations. This was a zombie skeleton who was possessed by a demon, and I removed the demonness. This is a marlin, used to be a sea monster, but we demutated it. And this is an amber that was turned into a dinosaur. Things got very bad. I turned it back. You're welcome. Over here in this room is my kitchen, which I'm very pleased with. I quite enjoy this kitchen. It's a bit on the small side, but I've got all the necessities in here. Got a little chef's outfit, nice fridge, the island, little record player playing the fun song. Then off to the left, we have, wait for it, the bathroom with my whirlpool tub. And this shower head, I think it's so funny that you could just hang it anywhere on the wall and turn it on, and it will spray water everywhere. So I just put it near the bathtub to spray water into the bath. So it's, you know, it makes sense. It's also a laundry room too, a little washing machine, clothes drying rack. I think it's a pretty nice bathroom. Then we go to the back room, and this is my bedroom. My bedroom's gone through many different iterations of style and stuff, but this is the current one. It's got a lot of the rattan furniture because I figured that might up my Happy Home Academy score. I got a little desk, got a little mini fridge, radio, little video camera for filming my YouTube videos, and of course my pet guppy and golden trout. One thing I only learned recently is that these have lights you can turn on and off, which I think is incredible. So this room looks pretty cool when I turn off the lights. Oh, okay, it doesn't look dark because it's the daytime and light is coming in from the windows. So can't show you that, sorry. And then if we go downstairs to the basement, this room I would say is the second most impressive room in the house besides the Scrooge McDuck office, and this is my gym. Got all kinds of fun workout equipment in here, got a whole boxing ring and everything. Got treadmill, climbing wall, tournament board, lockers. I'm very pleased with how the gym looks. And then if we go upstairs, we go to the least impressive room of the house, and the room that has been the reason why I haven't gotten above rank B in the Happy Home Academy in a while. This is just the turnip room. I've made a lot of money off of turnips, and I would fill the whole floor of this room with turnips. I only have a very few, like just 10, not stacks of 100, just 10. As I said, I'm waiting for them to spoil so I can get some ants from them. And I just put the deck and wall here because I thought it looked fun. So I've yet to decide what this room will be. I'm thinking I might make a greenhouse of some kind. I think that might be pretty cool. If I buy more turnips, they would match in here. I also might move the kitchen up here and then make the kitchen a smaller greenhouse. Remains to be seen. This room is still very much a work in progress. So now let's complete our tour of the Manhattan segment. If we come down here, we reach the, oh, I missed a branch. This is the more Manhattan segment of the Manhattan segment. I should show you, this is just kind of a land bridge that goes along the lower level. Fun fact, all my rocks are in like a little L shape. This just kind of happened naturally. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6 is down here. But this segment is not done. This was just kind of a space I was using to grow more roses. So it's just kind of basically wildflowers right now in a little pond. Here's my little campsite area. This is one of the first areas I made that I felt like really pleased with, you know? It was like the first area I decorated, I fenced it off. I'm like, yeah, this is a nice little campsite place. So I quite like how this looks. And then down here, I saw somebody on Twitter post how they had an outdoor workshop, and I loved that idea. So I made the same. Here's an outdoor workshop. It connects right here back to the home segment, the pizza restaurant. Got the a trash can, if I ever need it. I rarely need it. Log benches used as tables to store various common crafting materials. If I make an extra tool, I can leave it on top of this shelf. Fun fact. In fact, I should probably do that with my golden slingshot and come pick it back up later. Where are you? Is this the golden one? No. There you are. So I can leave it up there, and I think it looks pretty nice. Very convenient to have this outdoor workshop here. I highly recommend anyone who plays this game make some kind of outdoor workshop. So that's the end of the Manhattan segment, and now we are moving into the Western segment, something that you saw me do earlier when I went and catch that dragonfly. And this is my park called Cherry Grove Park. It is called that because down here was where my orchard used to be, and then I moved it to the northwestern end of the island because my villagers weren't really coming to the orchard, and I had the park up there and nobody was going to the park because it was too far. So I was like, I need to move the park closer to where the villagers' homes are. So that's what this is. And when I was doing that orchard movement, I ran out of room for my few cherry trees. I have fewer cherry trees than any other kind. So I was like, oh, I'll just add them in the park. We'll make it Cherry Grove Park. So it's kind of themed in that regard. All the flowers are red around this this clock here. It's one of every kind of red flower. I believe these bushes may or may not bloom into red flowers once they're in season. I don't remember. This is my basketball court I'm very pleased with. I got my first basketball hoop from Wisp and then ordered a second one. So I quite like that. And this is a little cove in here for, not really cove is water, but a little secluded little place with this well. I want to decorate this in some other way. Maybe get some like custom paths, the little sparkles, I haven't decided yet. And here's a little kids play area, which I quite like. And then up here, there is nothing but flowers. I have been working for a long time to try and get one of every hybrid flower. Aha! I told you there was another one of these that showed up this morning. So I'm trying to get one of every type of hybrid flower, and of course, once I get one of every kind, get more of the hybrids. This little area, I'm trying to get more blue hyacinths and more orange hyacinths, because in Texas, in the spring, all along the highways, the Texas wildflowers bloom, and they are bluebonnets and Indian paintbrushes, and they are very, very pretty. And they look a lot like these blue and orange hyacinths. So I'm trying to make a bunch of these so I can put them all in one place together to make it kind of like a Texas wildflower side of the highway place, because it looks really pretty. So that's my goal with those. Here's just more hyacinths, several pink mums, various lilies that I have just kind of let become a mess. I'm still trying for purple pansies. I have not gotten one yet. You need hybrid red and blue. Oh no, excuse me. Blue and red make hybrid red, and hybrid red can supposedly make blue. The hybrid reds are down there. They haven't gotten me anything yet. Then 2 pink hyacinths. Haven't gotten any more. Several purple mums. I was using this to make hybrid yellow mums. All the various tulips. I do believe I have all of the tulip colors. I only have a few pink ones on the lower level. But up here, getting several purple. I got a new one this morning, which is cool. Purple and orange, those look quite nice. Purple windflowers, various hyacinth colors. And then we can go down here to the lower level because I was running out of room. And then when I moved my orchard about a week ago, I ran out of... I had a lot of extra space. I was like, oh, I can do this for more flower breeding that is easier. So these are the hybrid reds. Well, they might be. The purple and orange only have a chance to make hybrid red. So probably some of these are not hybrid red. But I try to keep them all as close as I can to each other. Hopefully I get a blue at some point. More pink tulips. Still trying for black cosmos. Haven't gotten those yet. These are hybrid yellow mums and hybrid purple mums. Special purple, I guess. Which have an extra high chance of making green. I have gotten one singular green mum and nothing else. These are my hybrid red pansies. I have not gotten a purple pansy yet. So that's the flower area. I'm thinking even once I am satisfied with all the flowers I have, I might keep this as just like a big flower-filled plateau, kind of like the meadow in Flow Aroma in the Sinnoh region. I think that'd look pretty nice. Haven't exactly figured out yet. And then here is my orchard. The fruit is still on it because I have a lot of money and I don't need to sell it. So I'm leaving it here because it looks nice. This fake tree was in the middle of my orchard for a while because I thought it was funny. And I ran out of room for it to go here. And so it's just there as like a welcome sign to the orchard. Do I hear a present or am I tripping? Uh-oh. There we go. Oh! Well, speak of the devil! My outdoorsy slingshot finally kicked the bucket! It's a faux fur hat. What does that even look like? That looks ridiculous. But anyways, back to the orchard. I, of course, have one of every kind of fruit. Got my home oranges here. Apples. A ton of pears. I planted a ton of pears early on because they were the fruit that my mom mailed me. And I was like, ooh, these sell for more. I need money. So I planted a pretty excessive amount of pears. And then some peaches. You may have noticed near my house there's a few peach trees because I really ran out of places to put them in nice lines. So this is the orchard. And then up here is my parabolic antenna. Figured such a big industrial device should not be next to all of the people. And then there really is not anything on this beach at all. It's just a long stretch of beach leading down to, of course, Cherry Grove Park once again. Oh, there's Judy enjoying a snack on the sports bench. And then here's the pier, which has still not given me a giant trevally because it's dumb. Well, anyways, guys, thank you so much for tuning in to my Naval Rock Island tour. I greatly appreciate you guys doing so and enjoying my island with me. Yeah. I will see you guys for the next video.